Good morning, everyone. In this video, I'll be talking about an eminent scientist known as Sergei Winogradsky. He was basically called as the father of soil microbiology. Okay, this is the continuation of Unit 1 under CCF Microbiology Core Paper 1 syllabus. Okay, first that was the Martinus Beijerinck, okay, who actually invented the enrichment of the culture, nitrogen fixation process, sulfate reducing bacteria and all. Along with him, there is another eminent scientist known as Winogradsky, who actually invented different type of techniques, methods, procedures and a column to study the microbial ecosystem, bacterial ecosystem in the soil. And he actually focuses on the nitrifying bacteria rather than aerobic nitrogen fixers. Okay, so the first invention of him, that was he first isolate, basically the first one who have isolated the pure culture of nitrifying bacteria. Okay, he was the first person, or actually he was known as microbial ecologist, who first invented the isolation process and also successfully isolated pure culture of nitrifying bacteria from soil. Okay, now what is nitrification? Nitrogen fixation is different from nitrification. Nitrogen fixation basically atmospheric nitrogen fixation by the microbes, but nitrification is basically, it's a two-step biological process. The first step, that is obviously conversion of ammonia into nitrite, and in the last or the final step, that is nitrite, that will be converted into nitrate. Okay, so this is the first step, second step. So this is the two-step biological process of nitrification by the nitrifying bacteria, which was first isolated as a pure culture by Winogradsky. Okay, then the second invention of Winogradsky, that was he invented chemosynthesis and this nitrification process. I have already mentioned about it in this. So chemosynthesis process is basically energy production from inorganic compounds. It can be hydrogen sulfides, ammonium, any kind of a components of ammonia. So from inorganic substances, bacteria or the microbes, they are able to generate energy and use their carbon dioxide as a sole carbon source. Okay, so that is the chemosynthesis. So this process was also invented by this microbial ecologist. Now he also demonstrate that Clostridium pastorianum can fix atmospheric nitrogen in anaerobic way. Means anaerobic nitrogen fixation that can be done by Clostridium pastorianum, which was first invented by Winogradsky. Okay, now last but not the least, that is the most important thing, he invented Winogradsky column. Okay, now what is the function of this Winogradsky column? Winogradsky column is basically helps to learn about microbial ecosystem and their involvement or participation in biogeochemical cycles. Okay, so microbial ecosystem, the ecosystem, as you all know, that animal ecosystem, plant ecosystem. So microbes also have ecosystem, and how these microbes and their diversity of the microbes, they can take part in the biogeochemical cycles like nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle. Specifically, this Winogradsky classification or column, that was basically depending upon the sulfur cycle. Okay, sulfur cycle. But the other biogeochemical cycle, you can get the idea that how the diverse groups of microbes, they participate in the biogeochemical cyclings and their ecosystem in the soil. So in the previous videos, I have mentioned about Louis Pasteur, Joseph Lister, Alexander Fleming, Robert Koch. Okay, these scientists contributed basically for medical microbiology. Okay, as you remember, they have invented about red blood cell observing under the microscope, then germ theory of disease, antiseptic surgery, penicillin. So these are basically general microbiology, or more specifically medical microbiology purpose. But Winogradsky or then Martinus Beijerinck, these scientists focused on environmental microbiology, how microbes, they participated in the biogeochemical cycles, what are their functions in the soil, how they have made the impact on the environment. Okay, so basically about the environmental microbiology and related things, basically, which is soil microbiology is also part of the environment. So Winogradsky, that is why he often called as a father of soil microbiology or microbial ecologist as well, along with Beijerinck. So this is it. If you really like this video, please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. And on this topic, I'll also share a video in my channel, a short video. Thank you so much.